Hello, Olivier here in fine form this Brexit aftermath Sunday. Getting prepared for the market to open tonight. Very exciting times. I love volatility, so we're going to get down and dirty and rumble. Just a couple of things I want to talk about. It's difficult. I mean, obviously, not going to talk too much about Brexit analysis because you know anything can happen. Probably some turmoil and volatility this week. So this is when the technical aspects come in. And it's quite surprising how much structure there was on Friday in the morning. If you've seen my previous video, I managed some good gains on my managed accounts. So, mag- you know, private management is probably the way to go. But my robots have been performing well. Um, Quite happy. You can see here, this is the where the black box system with these circles would come in different time frames. I mean, I find at the moment, which is very interesting, that the 1 minute time frame, which used to scare me a lot, works very well on my scalper uh, with euro. Okay, that's all I trade right now because euro is huge, and obviously if I were to make any guess, long term, you would have to have a slight short bias on euro. I mean, is this the beginning of the implosion of the European dream utopia or whatever, which I was never really part of? So you can see the sentiment is growing everywhere. France probably being one of the last to go, but it looks like I think the future is going to be just a big block between Germany and France, and the peripheral nations are going to start having some problems, unfortunately, because we're not going to pay for everybody. Now, Britain leaving is going to take months and months of because nobody can dictate anything to them right now, even asking them to leave, which is quite a strange situation, really, because the European Parliament saying, "Well, if you want to go, go now," but England is basically saying, "Hey, wait a minute, we're not taking any directives anymore from you, so we can leave when we want," which is, you know, which is great. We're going to have turmoil and that means volatility, and that means traders can have a good time. You shouldn't be frightened of volatility. You should be frightened of machines and what they can do, especially machines that do too many trades and leave you with open positions and gaps and things like that. So I would be very careful. That's why the 1 minute chart is not bad because the reaction is quite immediate. And if you use very small lots on my BBSO scalper, for instance, and use just the main module, because you have other modules, but you would have to PM me on how to use those right now because it's a little bit dangerous to put on the trend volatility and other modules. Just stick to the good old DBSO value trading that has been going on for years and years. 7 versions included in the scalper, 7 upgrades. It's quite a solid technology. So anybody says anything to the contrary, I put up charts with money. Okay, so there's nothing to say really. Um, People hate success. That's how it goes. So let me show you some goodies. Okay, this is the BBSO scalper on here, and you can see that it optimizes some bands. And now we've had an interesting situation with Brexit, the bands, and this shows the flexibility and the look at that. The band period has gone to 60 and 3, and Bollinger is 20 and 2. So you can see that the optimizations of the last 2,000 bands, um, is different. So you can see here that it would probably come in here, which was a buy, and it's going to the top band where it would have sold. This is in the last. This is 1 minute trade, so you can't see the whole bands here, but it did quite well in some shorts, hitting top of the bands about here, and you can see those trades in my previous videos. So actually, the black box module on Friday, which I put on, you know, made about 150 euros on the small lots. So I was quite surprised that it actually caught the structure. You can see here another goodie that I have. This is based on patterns, and also based on, this is the prediction of the harmonic patterns of the, so you can see that we're about here right now. This is one of my favorite patterns. It's very accurate, and probably a buy here short term, but that was, when was that? That was Friday, so depends. If we open up with a gap tonight or a gap here, which I think probably will be the case, I'm slightly short over the weekend, then you've got something else going on. You can see here again some points on the black box. These 1 minute points, and they're pretty exact. Look at that, the circles I'm talking about. Okay, there are other indicators on here which sort of confirm what's going on, and also Heikinashi, smooth and normal Heikinashi, which sort of confirms what's going on too. But my EA is not based on Heikinashi, but Heikinashi is pretty similar to Renko. The points, the buy points are pretty similar. And what's amazing about the black box, which often vilified, as I say, but the system is being copied. There are 500 or so bots that use exactly the same system right now. You can see it very clearly that it is the same system as me. So you've got value at 88 euros right now, and it's not going to stay there very long. When people realize how well the black box modules will do in these volatile markets, I'm telling you, you've got a value bot here. You can see the points here. This is on 1 minute charts, okay? And let me venture without knowing on the 5 minute chart. Let's see. Okay? 5 minute charts. Look at that short. Here you go. Probably a little here shorting and a stop out. Okay? We try again. But the last one, you've got a good trade. You've got a good trade there. As I said, I'm using 1 minute charts right now, which are, a lot more effective. And here is the dual black box trade, okay, 4-hour charts, okay, 4-hour charts. And look what happened here. Beautiful short just before Brexit. So, don't tell me this is not working. I'm tired of saying the same story over and over again. As 13 bots follow my system, when they say trading channel, things like that, how do they calculate trading channel? That's my question. And the multiple entry points and reversal to the mean. I mean, I've been talking about that 62 videos for quite a while. And that's the thing when you're open talking to people. I don't care, the more the merrier, because the more people use the system, the more it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So anyway, I'm just showing you what's going on. Here again, look, a pattern, all right? This is interesting. This is Heikinashi, which you can use too. It's free. It's there on, if you want to do that's what if you want to do some manual trading, don't use machines, that's fine. But you can see here that the black box found a very similar point. So don't tell me, look at this point here. I mean, you can have a point here and get stopped out. This is what happens. Okay, this happens. So you had a buy here and a sell here. Okay, and you probably got another sell here, and then it went up. So you probably got stopped out. So what? Okay, and then you've got a short here. A little while to go, and look at that short. That's most of that's your day done there, and you've got the prediction in orange here. I'm using quite sophisticated techniques that I use on my prediction of more downward. So we'll see tonight how that goes. Sunday night. Okay, folks. So I hope this, I'm not going to do an analysis on Brexit right now. I mean, I think it's going to be we're in the financial world, and it's going to really affect the financial world for a while. And it's probably the beginning of the end of Europe. So think about that. It's going to take a long time. Some major blocks. Again, we have powerful countries. I mean, I'm not worried. This is quite good for France, actually, I would say. um, and Germany. Um, you know, because we're a great trading partner. We do about 50% of our business with Germany, and Germany does about most of their business with France. So we're buddy buddy. We're a huge block, and maybe we don't want to pay for everybody else either. That's why people are freaking out because they're getting free money for not behaving well. Okay, I won't mention the country. You know who they are. So and the English were tired of it too, which is understandable. Now, if you follow the theories of Adam Smith, the invisible hand, which comes from England too, England has been the pure capitalist system on which that America was based. That's where it all started. If you read Adam Smith, my favorite economist, England as an insular island will probably do well in the future. What I'm saying is the next few months and years is going to be a lot of upheaval. I mean, there's even talk now of a second referendum because there's a rule saying that you can, if you don't have a certain majority, 60% and etc., that you can have a second referendum. Would they do that? I mean, imagine what would happen to the euro. Back up. So, you've got to be there on 1 minute charts, 2 minute charts, and there are various ways to do that. Either you use a proper bot, which is, you know, simple, not too complicated, easy to use. And, there are people that just despise me. I don't know why, and they think my product is not good because they use it for a couple of days and, it's usually the ones that get the discounts or get the product free that are the worst. And there's a lot of competition who's been quite worried, and I'm very verbal, and I will be because I'm good at what I do, and I've been doing it for 30 years. So you can do whatever you want. I mean, being in politics, I could take a lot, so do it if you want. But thing works, and I also manage quite a lot of accounts, so that's not where uh, most of the bulk, and I have my own trading and family trading. So bulk of my income is not from selling robots. I can tell you that. It's many times I want to stop. Um, but I'm trying to, give people a good trading system, and also if everybody comes in at the same point, think about it. A well-distributed, simple, well-written 300 lines of code in my original product, which was uh, written for me by following my ideas by an American programmer who's now become quite famous and probably wouldn't do a thing like that. So it's a very, very solid, sturdy little machine. And you do have to, before you start going off and, just PM me and follow my instructions because they do change. I'm sorry about that, but if I look, people complain, but I look at other bots, how difficult they are to set up. And I try most of them. Uh, please don't complain about mine. It's just got a few lines to set up. Okay, so it's not that complicated. And if you want to go out and do exotic cross pairs, Euro GBP and all that, don't come running to me and crying. I mean, in these markets, you're crazy. Okay, I mean the euro trades $4 billion every couple of days. So why would you want to do anything else? I mean, you've got enough action there, right? No? I mean, I do the US market because I believe that owning the 30 biggest companies in the world, you will always win. I always buy dips on the US market and you get dividends. But that's all I do right now is the US index and the euro. And there's enough action there. Why do you need 16 pairs? Unless there are some very good bots that maybe handle it, but you got to pay up for them. Okay? Or you use mine and trade euro and do well, or copy my signal, or uh, get a managed account. I manage some large accounts. If you make me a proposition, maybe I'll be interested. Okay, so see you later. Bye.